Zanesville woman accused of kidnapping her own son enters a plea. The suspect in a gas station robbery on Pershing Road is also in court. We'll have all the details. And Zanesville gets set for a major visit from some top Republican leaders. Hello and good morning. I'm Ashley Drain. Thank you for joining us. 2 Licking County men are charged with aggravated menacing and obstructing official business. The sheriff's office says it attempted to serve 36-year-old Jason Lee of Newark Wednesday with civil papers concerning his residence. Deputies say Lee refused the papers and went back inside. Then he stood at the back door with a handgun. Deputies also tried to contact another person in the home, 45-year-old Carl Weatherby of Newark, who also refused to come out. After 5 hours of negotiations, both men emerged from the home. Both are being held at the Licking County Justice Center while the prosecutor's office reviews their case. Zanesville police arrest 3 suspects in connection to several break-ins. Lieutenant Tony Corey says 2 men and 1 woman were spotted shortly after 6 Wednesday morning near the intersection of Madison Street and Woodlawn Avenue. Corey says 1 man was arrested, but the other 2 ran. Officers caught the woman, but the man jumped into the Muskingum River and then decided to surrender. All 3 are now in custody. Their names will be released after formal charges are filed. Corey says they are suspects in several break-ins, including burglaries at the Blue Front and Terry's Tavern. A Zanesville woman says she's not guilty of abducting her own child. 48-year-old Marita Newman entered the plea in Muskingum County Common Pleas Court to 1 count of interference with custody and 1 count of abduction. Newman is accused of taking her 7-year-old son from his grandparents' home on McIntyre Avenue October 4th. Zanesville police say Newman fled to Wheeling, West Virginia. Police soon spotted her at a convenience store. Newman was brought back to Zanesville and is being held in the Muskingum County Jail. If convicted, Newman faces 6 years in prison. Also in Common Pleas Court, 22-year-old Cody West appeared on charges stemming from the robbery of the Starfire gas station on Pershing Road. West pled guilty in front of Judge Mark Flegel. The robbery occurred on August 18th, just before 6 a.m. Police say West entered the station, demanded cash, and got into a physical altercation with a mail store employee. Judge Flegel ordered a pre-sentence investigation and continued West's bond at $100,000. A giant Republican rally will bring U.S. House's Republican leader to the area, along with some high-profile Republican candidates. John Boehner will be featured as a guest of 18th congressional candidate Bob Gibbs at a rally at the Muskingum County Fairgrounds. The rally will also feature candidate for Ohio Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor, U.S. Senate candidate Rob Portman, and candidate for Ohio Secretary of State John Husted. The event is free to the public and starts at 3:30 Saturday. Some communities in our area will take part in trick-or-treating tonight. To make sure your trick-or-treaters are safe, it's important to check their candy and make sure it's sealed. It's up to the parent to know if their child can handle being out trick-or-treating on their own. The sheriff suggests that drivers be aware of trick-or-treaters and that kids wear visible costumes and stay on the sidewalks. The National Weather Service says a tornado with gusts of at least 111 miles per hour ripped through a village in northwest Ohio, destroying several homes. The Weather Service says that a preliminary damage survey in Crittersville indicates Tuesday's twister rated a 2 on a 0 to 5 scale for rating tornadoes, with 5 being the most intense. At least 5 other Ohio tornadoes have been confirmed from a massive storm that blasted its way from east central U.S. All were rated as 0s on the tornado scale, meaning winds may have reached 85 miles per hour. Others were in central Ohio's Franklin, Licking, and Pickaway counties and southwest Ohio's Fayette County. The Muskingum Valley Red Cross says they knew 3 days earlier that yesterday's bad storm was on its way. Worden says they are constantly updating their emergency manual and making sure they have supplies needed to help out the community. She says right now they're gearing up for winter in case any power lines go down, which could potentially leave residents without electricity for several hours, if not longer. She suggests purchasing a battery-operated radio in case the power goes out, and to also have an emergency kit with necessities like a flashlight, non-perishable food, water, and blankets. A weekend run honors those involved with the military. We have the story in our entertainment report. You're watching Sunrise in southeastern Ohio.